GF keeps talking to guys when I'm not around. Me, 27, and girlfriend, 26, have been together for almost 9 years now. We have always had a strong relationship and can always talk things out. Recently she has been going out with her girlfriends, and when she comes home she talks about the people they met. As of late these have only been guys. She's always been a super outgoing social person and I love that about her. But lately she has been giving out her number to these guys. I asked her about it when a guy kept texting her that I didn't know. She said it was a guy she met in Vegas when she went to a concert. We talk about it, and when I asked her if she told him she was in a relationship she said, "No, why would that matter?" After that conversation she has been kind of hiding her phone from me. I've always trusted her and she's never given me a reason not to. Am I just in my head on this, or should I ask her about it? You did ask her about it. She told you she gives her number out to other guys and doesn't ever tell them she has a boyfriend. What else is she not telling you? My husband and I are both very social. When we meet new people, we are clear that we are married and invite the new friend to hang out or go out with both of us, and to bring a date if they want. This is concerning and you need to talk to her. I asked her if she told him she was in a relationship. She said, "No, why would that matter?" After that conversation she has been kind of hiding her phone from me. She's willing to throw away 9 years of companionship for some flirting. I'd have a discussion about her actions, and if she wants to continue to act single then she will be. I would say cut and run, but after 9 years you give 'em one last chance to make things right. She's being hella disrespectful and her hiding her phone proves she's doing some nasty things. Be firm and assertive about how you'll tolerate this behavior in the future, and if y'all split it's for the best and you'll find someone new who'll prioritize each other and prioritize the relationship and not sneak around and shamelessly flirt with others. Good luck. Reminds me of the time my ex cheated on me with a dude she met at a concert in a different city. Anyway, my dude enjoyed being single. I've always trusted her and she's never given me a reason not to. Am I just in my head on this, or should I ask her about it? Really? She hooked up with guys she met and gave them her number, did not tell them she is in a relationship with you. That should be a big bunch of red flags. Why do you trust her? Trust her to cheat on you more than she already has. This is not in your head. This is real. She is out there looking for a new man in her life. She might keep you around to pay bills or something. I'm confused. How is it that so many dudes end up being a part of these girls' nights? Doesn't that make it in fact not a girls' night? If my wife goes out for a girls' night and ends up with a bunch of dudes, that is going to feel like a straight slap to the face and basically like her actions saying she'd rather be drinking with some random dude than to have invited me. Convince my parents for same-caste marriage. I know this is a different type of advice request, but I really need it. I am 25. Am in a relationship with my best friend, F26. She's my college sweetheart. We're both Hindu Brahmins and come from middle-class families. We both work at tech. I have a great paying job and she has a good job. I recently told my parents about it and my dad was pretty upset. I make the mistake of thinking that me being a successful professional, as per my age, and my partner being from the same caste, religion would make the whole process easy. But my father has one point against our marriage. He says I am robbing him off the privilege to find a suitable wife from me. That sounds illogical to me, as I am in fact taking off his burden, as it's hard to find suitable partners when you have such strict filters. How do I respond to that? Any suggestion would be much appreciated. Lol, Indians always find a way to make their kids' lives unbearable. You know how many ethnicities there are on this earth. You manage to find a girl that has the same ethnicity, the same religion, the same caste, yet still it's not enough. It's like they want to be miserable as a whole community. You're a grown man. Stand your ground. They can't be the ones controlling your life, when their own lives probably are shitty. The caste system and your dad only have the power that you give it. I encourage you to act in your best interest and do your best to not judge others based on their caste. What makes me sad about posts like these are how often the dutiful son rages against tradition, and then gives into it. People post all the time about how they want to keep their relationship alive against arranged marriage, and then the inevitable update post where the relationship is broken. If you feel as strongly about this as you say you do, break the tradition. It's a crap one anyway. Some traditions should be left to die, no matter how entrenched. With time, they will accept her, don't worry. Dude, that's exactly what an Indian Brahmin parents would want, man. Girl from the same caste and the yada yada yada. You literally made his entire life happy. He should be celebrating, lol. I don't know what to say to this. In my imagination your parents should be boasting off to the relatives and society that you found a nice girl who is of the same caste. I'm a Brahmin too, so yay, I know. I am Indian and shit, this sucks for you. Wife doesn't trust me and I can't keep doing this. I took the trash out and my wife asked me to wash my hands, which I was going to do anyway, so I washed them up to elbows knowing my wife likes things excessively clean. Then she asked, "Wait, did you take out the garbage?" At this point I shivered with irritation because I knew what was coming next. "Can you change your shirt?" No, my shirt was fine. I held the trash away from my body when I took it out. This goes on till we ignore each other and I eventually change my shirt. I hate giving in to her cleaning paranoia. I hate washing my hands as much as she already asks. It's over every single task I need to wash my hands. So I got in the habit of just washing my hands as excessively as she was before she had some serious skin damage from excessive washing. It's soul grinding. I used to go backpacking and wash myself in a river after a few days and was perfectly fine. I don't need to wash my hands because I wiped down a handle wet spot with a paper towel and it wasn't sprayed. And when I do wash my hands, which is very frequent, she always asks if used soap. Certainly some of this is my fault because there are times I straight up lied and only rinsed my hands without using soap because it's overly excessive and my hands are getting too dried out. Everything is always so micromanaged. It drives me fucking crazy. I get COVID happened, but what the fuck is this? Every weekend I just stay locked up in my small apartment because I know if I go outside I have to take a shower when I get back. Plus dealing with her getting frustrated at the idea of someone wanting to go out the apartment, it's making my existence pointless. If I buy stuff for the house like food to feed us or our son, she gets annoyed because it has to get wiped down and she's the only one good enough to wipe it down most of the time. She has tried to let it go, but has serious trouble. I'm at my wit's end. If it's not this, it's how annoying I am. I knew I shouldn't have married her, but we have a son together and we thought it would fix things. She has no job and has been in school for quite a few years trying to get nursing. I feel like I'll be supporting her for years and never get to enjoy my life. If she could trust me I feel we could work things out, but I just feel so taken advantage of. I already do too much laundry, trash, dinner, taking son to, from school. I'm the only one working. All this so she can focus on school but keeps complaining that we never give her enough time. I don't feel like I deserve to be treated like this. I'm really thinking divorce is our best option, but I fear for her failure in the world once she has to do everything herself. She has no idea and zero appreciation for what I do, yet I'm supposed to appreciate her. For what? She contributes, but I don't feel like it's with anything necessary. Her mom is a gold digger and I think she feels she deserves the same lifestyle and is angry that I can't support at the rate a millionaire does. I can never afford vacations, money is always spent. Just trying to stay afloat constantly. I'm fucking done. My advice: don't get married to pull a relationship together or because you have a child together. I don't like my life anymore. I used to be very happy, but now I just want to be alone a lot. My son is awesome and he's everything now, but even that's difficult because of the state of my marriage. If anybody has advice or has been in similar shoes, I could definitely use some help. If she's studying to become a nurse with such a high level of OCD, how will she work? Have you told her any of what you're feeling? If you find talking to her difficult, have you tried couples therapy? Or just therapy for her alone? You are right that you're being taken for granted, but your wife seems to have some serious deep issues herself where this stuff is stemming from. However, that still does not excuse her treatment of you. She needs help from a clinical psychologist. I'd tell her this, and that you're at your wit's end and planning to leave. Not addressing this for fear of how she will cope is just marrying her for the wrong reason all over again. Don't repeat the mistake. I'm not a doctor, but it sounds like your wife has literal OCD. Has she ever been evaluated for that? Please don't stay for the sake of the child. My parents did this and it messed my brothers and myself up. Kids know. They know they can tell when parents are not happy. Also, I'd tell her she needs to do more around the house since you are working. As well as you need to tell her that you are done washing hands so much because they hurt. Family lawyer here. She is sick, and it's not just bad for you, it's bad for your kids too. You need to talk to a lawyer and make a plan. You can't leave your children in her custody. They can't be subjected to the Silkwood scrub down every time they return from your home. You will need to carefully document the condition. I've done divorces like this. They can be nightmares, so you really need to carefully prepare with a good lawyer. Your wife may start to rapidly decompensate when she experiences a loss of control. She will sling false accusations, maybe domestic violence or sexual abuse if the children, so be very careful. Start therapy now. It will give you clarity, stability and a good sounding board. Has she been to a therapist? I think she needs counseling. If she didn't have OCD, would you stay with her? It doesn't seem like you love her very much. Seeing as you're also the man in this situation, I would recommend talking to a divorce lawyer for advice on what you would need to document how much you do in comparison to her in the case of a custody battle. I'm not saying jump to a divorce, but it also doesn't sound like it would be healthy for your son to be around her without you there, unless she gets help first. How long do you stay with someone who isn't ready to define your relationship? I, 47 female, have been dating someone, 48 male, since Jan. We've been out 9 times, meaning they feel like dates, movies, dinner, shows, karaoke, etc. He is adamant about leaving things unlabeled while agreeing that we're intimate only with each other and would be transparent if we wanted to see other people. We both admit that we like each other enough that to stop seeing each other would be painful. I have told him that I want to be with someone who is ready to love again, and he's acknowledged that this isn't fair to my needs. What should I do? Take it day by day and maybe wait a few months until he figures things out? Or should I try and break things off, which I've tried unsuccessfully a few times now? How do I chill out while waiting for him without dating other people? I don't want to be with anyone else right now, but whenever he's doing his own thing or out with his friends, whom naturally I haven't met yet, I feel lonely and restless, like this is really wrong to waste my time waiting. But yet, I really want to try and see where this goes, even if it hurts badly sometimes. I don't know if I'm just used to unfulfilling relationships and therefore, I'm allowing this to happen. Leave. People only change for people they want to change for. Look, if you're not going to treat this as exclusive, I'm not going to either. Are we together or not? Never wait for a man you're seeing to be ready for a real relationship. He'll just string you along. I was in this position before, and the reason he didn't want to make it official is because he was holding out hope that someone else he was pursuing would come around. He excused the deception to me later by pulling the "we weren't official, so it wasn't your business" line, even though he'd point blank to my face said there was no one else. 5 months and 9 dates? Do you see him at all outside of these outings? What's communication like? If you want to be with someone who makes you a priority, this chap isn't it. It sounds like you have a tender heart that someone should cherish. I'd hate to see you offer it to someone who doesn't value you. Cut him off. That's simple. I dated guys like this for years, and it ruined my self-esteem and shaped my ability to feel love from someone else. It was so bad I was to the point when I was genuinely confused when my current boyfriend wanted to define what we were after a week of dating. You know the right person when they come into your life. Sorry, but this guy doesn't seem like the right one. I suggest you do not sit around and wait for him and meet other people and keep your options open. Especially because you guys haven't defined anything yet, and it's a little weird if I may say that he is still confused about what he wants considering his age. But if you don't mind waiting for him, then wait and see, but my suggestion is otherwise. You're 47 years old, how do you not know someone is wasting your time by now? Let him go, sis.